Are you starting a business or launching a product but are having trouble coming up with a name? You're not alone. Trying to find something that is appropriate, unique, and memorable can seem impossible. How do you know where to start? How do you know what to include with your business name? And how do you know of all the options that you've come up with, which one is going to serve your company best? My name is Mia, and I'm a brand strategist. I'm here to share with you a framework that I have used for years to come up with names for companies, products, and initiatives. First, let's touch upon a few markers of a good brand name that will be helpful to keep in mind as you start to come up with options. Unique. A good name should create a clear distinction between your company and that of competitors. Having a name that is too similar to something that exists already can lead to confusion in the marketplace. It's good to write down your competitors' names and have those handy in order to make sure that the options that you come up with are not too similar. Easy to pronounce. Another way to avoid confusion is to have a name that people can easily say out loud. If it's easy and unique, chances are it'll end up being memorable, and that's the goal. Descriptive. Brand names should give some context as to what a business is about. You want to create an immediate association between your business name and what it does, offers, or even how it operates. So let's get to it. The brand framework for naming. Brainstorm. On a whiteboard or sheet of paper, begin writing down as many words that you can associate with your business. These can include industries, unique product traits, adjectives that can describe the business itself, the product differentiators, benefits, or even the category it's in. The more words you can come up with here, the better. Refine. It's likely that you may have led yourself astray during the brainstorming process. Totally normal. In this next phase, you want to go over your list, removing redundant entries, words that don't actually fit in, and anything that is overly complicated. You can even bucket the words into different categories such as feelings, benefits, and adjectives. Cross-reference these words with the list of competitor names to make sure that there are no overlaps. Analyze. Now that you have refined a list of words, you're going to want to assess viability from a new lens. From each of the word categories, select 3 words that most accurately depict your brand's vision or mission. If you didn't categorize the words, that's okay. You just need to select 10 or less and then start looking them up in a thesaurus to see if maybe there is a better word choice. Think of how these words sound. Try blending some of the sounds or meanings of the words, positioning them close to each other to see if anything clicks. Be mindful of making something too complicated. I tend to stick with 4 syllables or less. Write down the best of these portmanteaus or juxtapositions, as well as any standout single words that you think could serve as a business name. Name check. Now that you have some unique potential names, you want to actually check and see if they would be good in practice. Your business is going to need a website and social media handle, so checking to see that those are available is a crucial step. There are many businesses that exist already, and securing these digital properties can be difficult. During this process, make sure to stay flexible with spelling, using uniquely blended words, maybe even adding descriptors like LLC, consulting, services, etc. to the end of the business name. That can help further determine what is the right choice. There's a website called namecheck.com which will allow you to input a name and see on one screen if different domain extensions or social media handles are available. Decide. After going through the other steps of the brand framework, you should have narrowed down a list of options. Now it's time to decide. Maybe the decision was already made in the name check step because you came across a name that had consistent availability. That, in and of itself, can be a strong determining factor because a consistent name within digital channels can significantly aid in brand recall and customer experience. If you have a few options to choose from, the determining factor may be a bit more subjective. If it were me, I would select the one with the best combination of vowel sounds and/or unique spelling possibilities. By following this framework, you should have been able to brainstorm a variety of different options, refine the list down to eliminate the weak or redundant phrases, analyze which could make for a good business name, name check to determine the availability of the necessary digital properties, and ultimately decide on a name for your business that is unique, easy to pronounce, and descriptive. Are you looking for more help with naming your brand? Visit brandname.miabrands.co for additional resources and to find out how we can work together.